Did you like Isaiah Reid last night? Did you appreciate him when he came up here? We're gonna call Isaiah Reid back. We're gonna call Isaiah Reid back. Of course, this is our brother Jim Kerwin, and he had accomplished a master's thesis on Isaiah Reid, and we hope later in the week he'll be able to explain maybe some of the history, how that came about. But tonight we're going to relive some of the history again through Isaiah Reid. So let's welcome Isaiah Reid back.
Well, good evening. Good evening. I want to talk to you tonight about technology and how important it is to you today and how important it was to us in the IHA's very inception. Now, you think, well, the man's from the 19th century. What does he know about technology? Well, I tell you, a lot happened in the 19th century, and some of it directly affected us. For instance, did you know that when we set up our printing operations in Nevada, Iowa, that we had one of the first steam-powered printing presses west of the Mississippi? And I heard a brother talk about a laptop. I think I understand what that is, except I used a laptop in the 1890s. Yes, I did. I could get on a train with my little laptop Underwood typewriter. I could pay 50 cents in the dining car at off hours, sit, type up all my correspondence, my columns for the paper, and then have it all ready to go by the time I got off at my next stop. Now, the printing press. You think, well, this is something for getting the word about holiness out, and it's true. It's true. But ask yourself a question. How often do all of you communicate with each other during the year? Do you all know what's going on with all of the others, or do you only see them here at camp in June? Am I right? So back in 1875, when I came, no, it was 75, I came back from Albion, back to Nevada, to pastor for the last 2 years before they kicked me out. I came back and I just felt this burden from the Lord that I wanted to get this word out to all the folks who were hungry for a deeper life, to be free from sin. And the Lord has said to me, Isaiah, you need to print a paper. I said, well, Lord, I need a printing press for that. I said, well, if you want me to do it, please make a provision. Do you know, I lost count of how many young couples got married in 1875. But it seemed that they were all at my door wanting me to do the ceremony. Now, every ceremony was $10. To you, that doesn't sound like a lot. To a preacher who gets only $600 a year for a salary, that was a small fortune. Well, wedding after wedding after wedding after wedding, and suddenly the Lord has provided for a printing press. We started off early on with 800 subscribers. It grew to the point where the poor folks in the Nevada post office had to add new bins, because every week more and more were going out. And of course, correspondence was coming in. Now, you need to ask the Lord how to use the technology that you have and put it to use for the King. Some of the new things I understand. Some of them I haven't quite grasped. For instance, this book face thing. Is that right? Book face? Oh yes, Facebook. Although for some reason that I can't understand, Brother Kerwin calls it Ritker's book. It's an inside joke, I guess. I don't understand. But yes, well, there is such a thing as book face. Yes, you know, you get it from studying in the wee hours of the night. And when you wake up in the morning, you get up from the book and you have book face. But that's, well, if you've been a high school or college student, you understand those things. But I implore you, in the name of Jesus, for the cause of the gospel and the kingdom, and especially for the message of holiness, and to keep the community together, the holiness community, to encourage one another with testimonies, with teaching, with victories, with prayer requests, with teaching. Find ways to harness the technology that you have and ask the Lord to bless it. Thank you and good evening.